Hello, everybody. Once again, here in my home office, Ranger Mark Mello with the Blackstone River Valley National Historical Park, welcoming you to our 8th Ranger Chat. This week, we are going to head northward in the valley up to the town of Hopedale, Massachusetts. And we're not going to talk about the industrial development of Hopedale this week, but rather the natural development that occurred around the mill pond there. Life in industrial communities was tough. The rigors, the discipline, the pollution, the tight quarters, restrictive living spaces, limited time outdoors, and monotonous days. It was very easy for industrial mill workers to become disillusioned with their reality. But in the burgeoning industrial community of Hopedale, the owners sought to maintain some of the idealism that Adam Ballou, the community's founder and preacher, purported when he stated he wanted to create a place with, quote, good homes in good neighborhoods for all who try to be worthy of them, end quote. Yet the natural world and its wonders remained difficult for mill workers to grasp. Sure, they could go for a stroll or a picnic in the local cemetery. This was a common sight in the mid-19th century. For many in industrial America, a cemetery was the only place to go and experience a serene, natural landscape. But the Draper family, the owners of the Hopedale Manufacturing Company, sought a place of recreation for their workers. After years of trying to squeeze every bit of productivity out of their limited water rights, the company had created a massive reservoir used to power their mill. To prevent development around the banks of their mill pond, and to give their workers a place of recreation, the company undertook an ambitious park development project around the mill pond. To design their park, the Drapers hired noted landscape architect Warren Henry Manning, who was a protege of his more famous mentor, Frederick Law Olmsted. Over the next decade, Hopedale spent $2,500 a year on developing approximately 1,000 acres of land into a public park. An experienced forester created a diverse woodland setting. More than 4 miles of winding forest trails were created. Picnic areas, tennis courts, a bathhouse, and a boathouse were built. Sand was brought in and an artificial beach was created on the shores of the mill pond. By 1914, one observer remarked, quote, "A park whose path plunges from her very threshold into cool, deep woods, whose lake surface is fit for fishing, boating, swimming, and skating in the winter, whose brooks are crossed with artistic bridges, whose gorgeous and varied forests look as though they originated there," end quote. An annual field day event hosted by the company was held on the new park grounds once a year. The company even developed a small peninsula along the lake with mill houses. The Lake Point development, as it came to be known, held 10 two-family houses that offered mill workers waterfront property. This small community, adjacent to the parklands and mill pond, became a model of suburban planning. Historian Edward Spann remarks in his book Hopedale, From Commune to Company Town, that, quote, "In its development, Hopedale at least partly realized some of the important 19th century dreams of a good society," end quote. A reimagining of the mill pond and its surroundings, which benefited both the workers and their employers. And it serves an important reminder for us of the need to get outside and experience nature. With this past Saturday being National Trails Day, a really neat story about 4 miles of trails that still exist in Hopedale that you can go and take advantage of anytime you would like to and experience some nature and experience that design that started well over 100 years ago. So a really cool story and an important reminder to all of us the importance of getting outside, especially as we reach summer, but doing it safely, of course, given our circumstances. Once again, everybody, thank you for joining us here this week. As always, if you have any ideas for topics you'd like to see us cover in the weeks upcoming, leave those down in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. But please, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you out there along the Blackstone really soon.